Anthropic, the company behind Claude Code, has made it explicitly clear that you are not to use Pro and the Max subscription that you have with any other tool. They have updated their terms, which now reflect this specific clause which was not there before, and it reads that this OAuth authentication, which is used with free, Pro, and Max plans, intended exclusively for Claude Code and Claude AI usage. Using OAuth tokens obtained through Claude Free, Pro, or Max accounts in any other product, tool, or service, including the agent's SDK. And they have bolded this text, right? So this carries a lot of meaning. Is not permitted and constitutes a violation of consumer terms of service. And they have said that Anthropic reserves the right to take measures to enforce these restrictions and may do so without prior notice. Now, what is surprising here, compared to their last fiasco that they had done earlier, is that they have also included Agent SDK here. Not so long ago, which is last month basically, Tariq, which is their official employee, mentioned that you can still use Agent SDK with Claude Code OAuth tokens to create your personal automations. If you don't know what Agents SDK is, it's basically a Claude Code SDK, right? So you can use Claude Code as a software development kit SDK programmatically. So this would use your local Claude Code instance and it will use your same credentials, right? Now, what they have mentioned earlier, they had mentioned like you can use the Agents SDK for mirroring or using Claude Code credentials. Now they have went back and they have made it explicitly clear that you cannot do this with Agents SDK as well. There is a second way for using this, which not a lot of people actually know about, is that you can also use Claude P here and say something, whatever you want to pass it. Say hello to me. And if I hit enter, this Claude P basically just makes or invokes Claude Code in a headless way, right? So it just gave me back this thing. So a lot of applications that I am personally developing uses Claude Code in this way, Claude P. So my architecture for building my personal apps is as follows. So I'll create an app, something like this. This only runs on localhost for now, or maybe I can deploy it on a server, but I would make sure that Claude Code is installed, right? So once Claude Code is installed, what you can do is this app, whatever front end this application has, this front end talks to the backend. Whenever it needs to make an AI call, what it will do, the backend will invoke Claude P in this syntax, right? So it will pass in all the instructions and everything, and it will use the syntax over here to make the AI call, whatever smart decision it needs to make, and it will send the result back to front end. Now, the actual way of doing that is through Agent SDK, but they have basically disabled that now, right? You can't use this with your Claude Pro or Max subscription. You have to use this with an API key, which is extremely expensive. If you look at Claude's pricing, you will see that the API is extremely expensive. Even if we consider just under 200k tokens, which was the standard limit for Opus 4.5 as well, you will see that you are spending somewhere about $25 per million tokens, which is much more expensive if you're exceeding 200,000 tokens, right? So the inference is extremely expensive compared to the limits that you get in Pro or Max plan. So a lot of people are using this Agents SDK, or the way this works in everything, including OpenClaw, including these bunch of scripts and setups, right? These personal AI assistants that are there. Now, the thing to understand here is that these plans that are there, these individual plans, first of all, these Pro and Max plans are actually something that Anthropic loses money on, right? The limits that they give over here, more usage and with an asterisk and, then 5 to 20 times more usage than Pro. These are the plans where Anthropic is actually losing money. Now, if they are losing money on this, then you might ask, like, why do they have these plans in the first place? Now, the reason they keep this is because, first of all, they are obviously betting that your usage patterns are not of a power user, right? So a power user is somebody who's using or maxing out their plans limits, right? If you are consistently maxing out Pro limits, or if you're consistently maxing out Max limits, you are absolutely making a loss for Anthropic. That is for sure. Their inference cost is far more than what they are having these plans for. At least that is what we can deduce based on their API costs, right? So if you compare, for example, a Max plan of $200 per month, this plan gives you anywhere near 10 to 20 times more usage compared to API, right? And it's clearly a little bit insane to think about that Anthropic can have 20 times more margin on API that they can subsidize this plan, right? So they are not doing that in the first place. That means that they are losing money on this plan, and they want to limit the damage as much as possible. They don't want you to exploit this with other clients. Now, the reasoning behind this is, think of this in this following way. Think of this client, as something maybe like OpenClaw or some personal AI assistant that using Claude Code, right? Claude Opus 4.5 or 4.6 rather. Now, the reasoning that Anthropic is giving, or, as it appears, is that they are saying that as long as you're using Claude Code, at least you are aware about our platform, our product, our branding, our model. You're aware about this, and we have the option of making money off you in future by upselling you maybe more usage, maybe something else that we introduce. We want to make your experience better. We want to use your data for training, whatever the use case is. But if you're using the same model in some third-party application which does not expose Opus 4.6 transparently at all, anywhere, right? What they're saying is that basically in this case, you are making us lose money. At the same time, we are also not getting the benefit of marketing, which is why we are doing this in the first place. The reason we are doing this is because we want to market the product that we have. Otherwise, what's the point of losing money? So that's why they're coming down so hard on this, that you would not be using this. If you want, then use the API, not the subscription for this. The API is still functioning, it's well aware, but not the subscription. So you can't do this via the max subscription. And I know for a fact a lot of tools exist that gives you very easy access to use the Opus subscription from Claude Code within their own softwares, right? Which is not possible now. Now see, this is all nice and fine, and of course Anthropic has the right to do this. It's after all their own product and their own company. But I'm going to tell you something which is only for educational purposes, and I'm going to tell you this with a strong disclaimer that you should not do this. We are just discussing it because it's just a technical video, but it's not a big thing to simulate what they're doing. See, if you're a developer, you understand that these AI calls are nothing but simple HTTP calls, right? So you have a client here, and then there's an Anthropic server here, right? And this client fundamentally is making an API request, and it's getting a response back either in a streamed fashion or in a one-off response, right? Whatever this AI response is. What we are interested in primarily is the response that we are getting, right? And it's a very simple HTTP API call. There is nothing complex about this. There are no WebSockets, nothing like that involved. It's a simple hypertext transfer protocol call that gives you the intelligence that it needs, right? So technically, you don't have to do anything, but you have to reverse engineer how Claude Code API call works. And fundamentally, the only way that Claude Code client, let's say if this client is Claude Code, or if this client is, let's say, something else like OpenCode, let's take an example, or CodeBuff, or maybe your own custom tool or whatever you're using. The only way that Anthropic's server here can detect that this is the case, that you are actually violating it, is when they detect it on their server first, right? That's the first step, and then they will go ahead and they figure out that, okay, you are doing some sort of thing which is not allowed, then they will ban you, right? The only way that they can do this is through this first request that's coming in, right? Because they have to detect it that this API request is not originating from inside of Claude Code. And if you dissect an HTTP request, this is how it works, right? An HTTP request has a path, obviously, which is going to be same for all of your requests. It has HTTP headers, and it has the body, right? And of course, it also has your IP address, which is visible to, Anthropic. There is basically nothing else that an HTTP request contains. Now, if you go ahead and if you put your Claude Code inside a networking wrapper, and if you see all the requests Claude Code is making to Anthropic server, it's technically possible that you extract out this full request and you can replay this, right? You can replay this. You can create sort of your own unofficial SDK, just like they have Agents SDK. You can create an unofficial Claude Code SDK, which perfectly simulates Claude Code. Right? So the keyword here is perfect simulation of Claude Code. And if you're able to do a perfect simulation of Claude Code, including the same HTTP headers that they're passing, including the same style of body content that they're using, IP address is no problem. You can just do it with your current IP itself, and path and all, it'll again remain the same. There is basically no other way through which Claude or Anthropic's API servers can detect. There is one more thing which they can use, but I'm sure they're not going so much inside the internals, but there is something known as TLS fingerprinting, right? This is a super advanced thing. I don't think they're doing it, very honestly. But what this TLS fingerprinting means is that every single client which makes an HTTPS request, like a secure request, has a way of organizing their cipher and cipher suites available. For example, Google Chrome has a separate TLS fingerprinting signature compared to Node.js making HTTP requests, right? So it's technically possible that Google Chrome can detect, or your server can detect Chrome separately from Node.js with everything else being same: body, HTTP headers, IP address, everything. And the way they will do it is using the TLS fingerprinting, the handshake when it happens. So if you are very careful, you can also do this TLS fingerprinting hijacking or spoofing. And once you do this would be a perfect simulation of Cloud Code. There is nothing else that I can think of which can be used to spoof, right? This is the most common one, which I'm pretty sure is what they are doing even right now. If you want to go one step ahead, you can also just do a TLS fingerprinting cloning of Cloud Code. Since they are using BAN and basically Node.js, BAN or Node.js, right? Node.js or BAN. Just look at how Node.js and BAN's TLS fingerprinting works and just use that. So yeah, I'm giving you the medicine on what the problem is, the medicine of the problem. But again, it's an educational use case. Don't use this. This is the actual problem which is there now, which Anthropic is clearly saying it's not gonna budge from. So they're gonna keep this clause here. And this clearly is not something that is perceived well among the developer audience, right? Everybody's angry, they're upset because surprisingly, OpenAI is not doing any of this. OpenAI is actively partnering up with third-party customers, companies, for them to use Codex subscription as well in their existing software. So we are observing sort of like a contrasting view here, where Anthropic is turning out more to be developer unfriendly, even though like there is all the rights to do what they're doing. And OpenAI is it's coming out to be much more developer friendly. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Do let me know your thoughts in the description below. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next video very soon.